Well, I look awful at this angle. That looks a little better. No, I don't think so. When you say best Phoebe stream Wi-Fi connection ever, are you being serious or sarcastic? Because if you're being sarcastic, I can always turn the Wi-Fi off and just go to data. I should get plenty. I should get decent data. Okay, well, let me try this then. In that case, that's my favorite granny shirt you wear. It's one of my favorites, I'll tell you what. It's one of my favorites. Okay, now that there's a few people coming in, make sure you guys hit that like button as soon as you hit the stream. It does really help. Every single time you hit that like button, there's another chance to send the stream out to even more people, which increases the quality of your viewing pleasure by increasing the number of people to engage in the chat. So consider doing that now, if you haven't done so already. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. You look like you know Pokemon fun facts? No. Sadly, no. For once, the book does not match the cover. Did you know trans women are men? Did you know you merely saying something doesn't actually make it true? When do you think Bitcoin will pump again? Sometime at the beginning of next year. The market loves artificial heights in between January and March. So probably the beginning of next year. Are you a librarian? I do kind of look like a librarian, huh? No, I'm not. Although I think I would be a pretty good librarian, honestly. I'm not familiar with like the Dewey Decimal System and all the stuff that they use to like do the organizational back end of it, but I'm pretty sure I could do it. You just need to be basically like able to read and shit, right? Able to read, like books. Pretty good librarian. Is that a THCA pen? No, it's a THC pen. Do you like ducks? Yeah, I like ducks. Let's keep it a buck. Everyone's teeth is yellow. No, I'm the only person with yellow teeth on the planet, ain't you heard? You think you're the prettiest girl in the world? Not by a long shot. You ever seen Margot Robbie? You're cute. Aw, thanks. Not only do I like ducks, I actually own some ducks. Ah, wee Harley Quinn. Yep. Good old Harley Quinn. This is when you fail as a man and are failing as a woman. Okay, bud. If you say so. You're the one so embarrassed by your own name and image that you've got the name of some brand that you like and some picture that has nothing to do with you instead of your actual name and a profile picture that's you. Just kick the chair, huh? Are you a female or male? I'm a woman. I don't like. I feel like female and male are terms that you normally hear in like the vet's office or the butcher shop. You know, kick the chair, little bro. You guys are gonna have to like translate that into millennial speak. Relapsing pay pig here. Oh my god, Eric, you better slather some more money on me tonight. Why is it that coffee tastes better when LGBTQ people make coffee than it tastes better? In the same way, Italian food tastes good when a Mexican dude on the Benjamin makes it. Um, I don't know. I think it's just because queer people have a natural affinity for coffee. I don't know why that is. You know what it is? Queer people are more comfortable with vice in general, and a lot of people like coffee. But if you start talking to coffee drinkers, especially older coffee drinkers, you'll find out pretty quickly that there is a distinction that they will draw between people who take their coffee with cream and sugar and people who do not, people that just take their coffee black. And to people like that, you are considered most badass and most traditional if you take your coffee black. Add cream and sugar, okay, you're a bit of a maverick. But if you start adding fruity flavors, or nutty flavors or whatever, then well, you must be a woman or a faggot. That's the line of thought. Um, I think in reality there is no actual vice or lack thereof associated with coffee consumption, but I think it's a cultural tendency that queer people latched onto because I think we are naturally more apt to latch onto meaningless cultural taboos. Hey, I got a sun or a pumpkin. A pumpkin. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I got a pumpkin on my head. Call me Pumpkinhead. Who do you think you are kidding? I don't think I'm kidding anybody. What? Huh? What is your opinion on the social economic dichotomy of the Bengal peoples in India? You got me. You got me. I hope Bengali people are doing good. I wish them peace and prosperity, but I don't know enough about them to wish them much else. What kind of queer of you? What kind of question is that? Got me. What kind of question a nosy bastard asks? Honestly. Or somebody interested. Which one are they? That's always the question. Make sure you guys hit that like button, by the way. I ain't pimped to much this stream, but it really does help. Every single time you hit that like button is another chance to send the stream out to even more people, which increases the quality of your viewing pleasure by increasing the number of people who can engage in the chat. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to have honest conversations with people that disagree with us, with coarse language, and people being as close to themselves as they can be. I'm being myself. I invite you guys to be as well. Hit a blinker? Okay, but somebody's got to donate. You must be loaded with anxiety? No? What makes you think I'm loaded with anxiety? Charlie Kirk tried the same thing. I'm familiar with the similarities between my model and Charlie Kirk's model. Although, to be fair, I've been doing this for like a year, and I wasn't inspired by Charlie. I was actually inspired by a YouTuber named Paul Zigo. But there have been a lot of people who've tried out this like go to the college model of conservative advertising, I guess you could call it. Love that. But yeah, Ben Shapiro did that same thing. Steven Crowder did that same thing for a long time. I actually think Steven Crowder may have been what inspired Charlie Kirk to do his particular method of outreach. Because I remember Crowder doing the Change My Mind tour way back in like 2014, 2015, something like that. So it would not surprise me if that's the etymology of it. Dirty ass cough. It is a dirty ass cough. I'll give you that much. All hail King Trump. You guys are just fucking stupid. If you actually believe in the legitimacy of a monarch in the United States, you're beyond you're beyond reproach. You are a base creature. But I don't think most people do. I think a lot of people are trolling with that shit. Why go on the internet? What do you mean? What percentage THC? I believe these are 90%. Let me look. So the one I'm puffing right now is a strawberry cough. It's 87.573. So 87%. 87%. It's a sativa. One of those would last me a week. Jesus, you need to chill. This one's gonna last me a while. You see how much juice is left in that thing? How did the debate go? I thought it went good. I thought it was really fun. I don't know how much. I don't know how convincing I was. I had some audio issues going on, which hopefully will be resolved next time I do a debate. And I think, because honestly, I think that more than anything I said, I think those audio issues made me look pretty bad. Um, so I don't know that I won the optics game there for that reason, but I think as far as the arguments go, I think I definitely had the better arguments. I mean, Hake basically had nothing except, well, I believe it's like he had the old conservative standby, but that's, in my opinion, this is a cop out, not a debate, right? He kept saying stuff that basically to me just amounts to, well, I believe what I believe, and I'm never going to change that, and it's not based on any logic or rationality, so there's no point in even trying. And so it was just a constant game of refuting the things that he would say or that Michael would say or bringing up counterpoints. I don't really feel like I was actually able to drill down into the logic with Hake because I don't think Hake has any logic. With Michael, I was, but the problem with Michael was I think that Michael is like more of a disenfranchised liberal than he is a conservative. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but he strikes me as the kind of guy who would have voted for Bill Clinton. Um, Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like me and Michael probably could have had more. Like we probably could have had a more productive conversation than the debate that we ended up having. Not that I'm saying that that's a bad thing or anything. It was a fun debate. I had a fun time. I would want to go on again, but I don't know that it was the knockdown, smackdown, drag out performance that I was hoping it was going to be. That's my honest to goodness autopsy of the situation. By the way, if anybody prefers to donate directly, I have my Cash App and my channel description. I always appreciate those because I can use those directly and instantly. So thank you guys a lot. So far, you guys have donated a whopping total of $3.99 today, and that's awesome. No, leader of Antifa looks like this guy, but with a septum piercing. I really need to get me a septum piercing. I really do. I gotta get me a septum piercing. Are you going out on the town tonight? No. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's the plan. Dude, but I tell you what, though, I am looking forward to the next few nights because tomorrow night, I have a feeling there might be some DFF fans that are in town, and we might be able to hang out. So that'd be kind of chill. That'd be cool. I know Desi and Kyle were talking about maybe doing some kind of little pregame with us on Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure, but is the debate on your channel? Not yet. I do have a copy of the debate. I have not posted it yet, and I don't know when I will be able to, but I will figure that out for you guys. I want to. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to put it up back in its entirety because James has it set to members only on his channel. He said I can re-upload it in its entirety, so it's not a problem of not having his permission. I have his permission to re-upload it in its entirety, but I don't want to because it's members only content.
See my thumbnail?
Let me see here. Is that a thumbnail you made?
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. That's good. That's good. Wait, what are you using to eliminate backgrounds on mobile?
To do what?
To some of those are clearly images that have backgrounds cropped out.
Yeah.
What are you doing for those?
Yeah, there's a photo editor. There's the photo editor app that you can cut out stickers.
There's no. Oh, okay. Wait, what?
Yeah. So you hit this gallery button here.
Yeah.
And then you go to the picture, right? And then you hit the little pencil button.
Yeah.
And then you go to the draw button here.
Yeah.
Then there's stickers. And I got them all like preloaded.
Oh.
Like, these are all from like previous. Yeah. Yeah. And then you can upload your own here. See that?
Yeah.
And then when you click on a picture, right, you can cut out in the. It's actually really good at capturing the image. Yeah.
That is so fucking cool.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Yeah, that is awesome. Awesome. Yeah, my friend Glitchdash was just showing me a neat little way to cut out backgrounds on images on mobile, which is good for me because I need better ways to work with things on my
Android,
phone.
right?
What? Yeah.
Should be at least similar, you know.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what version you're working with.
Yeah, but do you have a Samsung?
Yeah.
I might be able to download the Samsung Gallery app.
Yeah, this is the this phone is the the Galaxy A54.
Righteous.
Yep.
Righteous.
Yep.
A54. Okay.
Yep. And I think the other one's like a S24. I'm about to go out and do some deliveries.
Right on. Well, I'm gonna sit and chill here with the chat, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just chilling in Clifton Rapids.
Yeah, Rapids, yeah. Rap tits. Just chilling in Clifton, New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm just chilling in Rapids.
I might move our operation over there.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that might be a good idea for you. Yeah, let me move all this crap for you.
Oh, you're fine. I was gonna sit at this end anyway.
Oh, it's all right. See, this can come with me.
Of course, I guess I could just bring the chair over here either way.
And there's a charger here.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that should work. It should work.
Yeah. You're so well equipped.
Yeah. Try to come prepared.
For real.
It's not my first rodeo. It's my first meetup. It's not my first rodeo.
No, for sure. Dude, I've been through so many rodeos and I still be forgetting shit at home. Dude, the whole reason I walked to Dollar Tree earlier is because I forgot my razor and I didn't want to take a shower without getting a razor.
Damn. At least they got one close by, right? You
Yeah.
got what you need, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it was a pretty miserable walk with the rain, but it would have been a wonderful walk had it not been raining.
Okay.
Dude, I had to walk up this hill right next to the hotel because I didn't walk down it at first, even though it would have made my trip way closer just because I didn't realize I could.
Okay.
But coming back, I realized I could. So I walked up it, but dude, it was fucking raining so hard that it was a literal waterfall down this
Torrential
bitch.
downpour.
Literally, dude, I was fucking.
Why are we here during monsoon season?
Who the fuck was gonna tell me New Jersey had monsoon season, bro?
No shit.
No shit. No doubt. Well, that's why my fucking trench coat is laying on the floor like that. It's because I wanted to air it out, but I didn't want to air it out in a way that would fucking stink the room up.
Well, we should at least hang it up.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Now that it's lost some of its surface hydration, I'm gonna let it hang up on a rack.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some hangers in the closet.
Yeah, there is. There are. Yeah, I just didn't want to stink the room up by letting it get the worst of it off by with that. I figured sitting right there, it'll, just.
Man, that bed is so freaking comfy.
Yeah, actually,
it's like sleeping on a cloud. Compared to what I'm used to, it's like sleeping on a freaking.
No, dude, I can already tell this is gonna be a great bed because my bed at home fucking sucks. We got the cheapest fucking bed that Aaron's had.
Yeah.
The
Is it an air mattress?
Bed. No, it's a real bed. It's like a fucking, but it's just a cheap bed. It's just like
it doesn't get much worse than that.
Yeah, it's just a shitty cheap bed. We've already broken, or my fat ass has broken, 4 of the fucking slats that go across the top of the box spring to hold the mattress on there.
Too much rough fucking.
Dude, it'd be one thing if we broke a fucking. I only broke one of them fucking. The other 3, I just broke fucking sitting my knee on it wrong. Having a bed while fat.
And I've had that problem where I accidentally sit down too hard, just I have a tendency to just
I
collapse
flop.
on the chair,
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. I flop. Yeah.
See, I think I got everything here, so. Still being outside?
Oh, fucking probably. Dude, I was looking at the weather report earlier when they were showing it, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon. It's hard to tell, probably, but dude, I got some beautiful pictures of the fucking view from our room, which is not actually bad for just being a cityscape.
This traffic is crazy.
Traffic's going crazy.
It looks like it. It looks like it's pretty crazy.
Oh shit! Oh, that walk was not kind to my joints. Now I gotta look.
I'm gonna start live streaming, so I'll be back in a little while.
Alrighty, have fun.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Let me know if you need anything.
I will. Man, that is wild. You can literally look out and see what I have to assume is the lights of New York City. I'm not, not clearly, but you can make out what looks like light pollution from New York. That is fucking wild. Ah. Oh man, you're fat when the fucking, foam chair or whatever makes that fucking sound when you sit down. Okay, let's see here. Alrighty. Now we're cooking with gas. We'll turn that fucking TV off. I sure hope the hotel's not burning down. If it is, I'm gonna enjoy some of these first. Not bad. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Yay! Wait, are y'all in New Jersey? I'm in Connecticut, probably 5 minutes away. Yeah, I'm in New Jersey. Yep. In New Jersey until probably Monday. Something like that. Trans, yep. How'd you guess? How'd you know? Tequila's a lady's drink, and I'm hella a lady sometimes. I feel like tequila gets a reputation in America as a woman's drink, but I feel like tequila is not a woman's drink in Mexico. Back me up, Mexicans. Am I wrong? I know out of the 118 people watching, somebody out there has got to be Hispanic. Back me up on that. Isn't tequila kind of a unisex drink in Mexico? Or even trend towards men? Stop smoking that vape. That stuff is bad for health. Oh my fucking god, this man is a genius. He was actually able to read that garbled up garbledy-gook on the fucking side of the packet of the vape. Holy shit. Oh my god. You delivered a revelation to me, man. Oh my goodness. I'm just kidding. It turns out I can read too. My lung just collapsed from THC, from the THC vape. Skill issue. A real revelation would be you're not a woman. I am a woman, though. You saying that I'm not is not going to, change that fact. How many hormonal drugs are you on? None. Your parents probably disowned you? Quite the opposite, actually. I have a really good relationship with my parents, actually. I think they feel like I've kind of started to come into my own as a person, which is cool. I feel like that, certainly. And in conversations with them, that seems to be the takeaway that I get. Not a skill issue, just chronic use of dabs and vapes. So, well, I was more joking, but I don't use vapes chronically, dude. I do these, but not these. Normally, I'm not hitting these kind of pens. I will every so often, but this is actually normally I'm hitting a THCA pen if you see me hitting something like this. But these ones were actually a gift from my friend that I'm coming to the Deep Fat Fried fucking New Jersey meetup with. Brought me a battery and 3 carts from a legal state. So they're actual THC vapes, not THCA. So I'm pretty fucking happy about them. Plus, they're not as worrisome as other forms of weed are. Why do you use being trans as a replacement for a personality? I don't. Question asked and answered. When did you think you were male? I never thought I was a man. I've never been able to reconcile how disgusting I feel with the association of my body with manhood, with the fact that I'm expected to fall into all those standards merely because I was born with a dick. I've never been able to reconcile those things, and I don't imagine I'm ever going to start. Thank you for the little ghost. That was cool. Thank you. That's awesome. By the way, make sure you hit that like button. I haven't pimped it very much this stream, but it really does help. Every single time you hit that like button, it's a chance to send the stream out to even more people, which increases the quality of your viewing push by increasing the number of people who can engage in the chat. So please do so now if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Trump over Kamala? How about neither? How about good independent or third-party candidate with an economic populist message? How about that? Are you human? No. I'm something better. Thank you for the $2, Toss Guy. I appreciate it. Can you talk about brownies for an hour? I could if you wanted me to. I really could. Me? I can talk about anything for an hour, friend. Pay me enough and I'll talk about anything for an hour. Screw the haters. You're awesome. Happy Halloween. Aw, thank you, Lila. I appreciate that. What a kind soul. I'm going to heart that comment. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Hi, Phoebe. Still at work, on break right now, but I just wanted to drop in temporarily and say I hope you're doing well. Yes, we are doing super well. We made it to the hotel, and Glitch Dash had us a room arranged and everything already. So we are now in our hotel room, and now it's just a wait around for the meetup. So that means I'm going to be streaming a lot. Hopefully, I'll be doing some more walking trips around the city, but I'm going to wait for it to stop fucking raining. I didn't bring an umbrella, and it is torrential out there. Where are we today? Today, I am in Clifton, New Jersey. You were genuinely so beautiful. Happy Halloween. Oh, thank you. I haven't joined earlier, but where are we traveling? Well, here, basically. New Jersey. New Jersey. Shout out Clifton. Yeah. No, shout out Clifton for real. I'm gonna do something real quick just to make things go a little bit slower. That way I can read everything. I'm just gonna turn on a quick slow mode. Let's turn it on. Message delay. 20 seconds. That should be fine. Alrighty, that should make things a little bit more readable. And we'll see what happens now. What a terrible sounding place to be. Clifton, New Jersey sounds like a shithole. It does sound like a shithole, but I'll be honest with you. If what I've seen from the hotel is any indication, it could be worse. Honestly, it could be a lot worse. The view from our hotel is actually, in my opinion, really pretty. I like a cityscape that's mixed with a little bit of landscape as well. So to me, it's really pretty. I like the Northeast. I just like how it looks in general. So it's really not. I don't know. Maybe my impression of that will change as I get more into the city. But so far, so good. This is America. This is indeed America. If you're dressing up as Halloween, what are you going as? I really wanted to dress up as Halloween, but I didn't secure a costume. So there's a good chance that I'm just going as me, myself, and I. Cover yourself up? Fuck you. I'm covered enough. I'm as covered as I need to be. Damn it. Do you think they will succeed in deporting Mamdani? No. I think that they are trying to threaten him with it because they're under the impression you got to understand the tactics of bullies, and I hate to talk like that because I think that very often the term bully is sometimes used to denote somebody that's just calling somebody out, and I don't think that that's what it should be connotated with, but I want to just head that off at the pass. If you understand the tactics of bullies, intimidation is their first and primary tool. Almost everything the Trump regime does and gets away with, it does through intimidation. It does through the threat that they will do something, the threat that they'll keep going through with some kind of punitive action or measure against one of their opponents. When the reality of it is, when challenged, the Trump regime usually folds like a house of cards, because it is a house of cards. Nice. You have a favorite film? I know I do. You know what? Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't know which one I would pick as my absolute favorite. Probably the first one. It's just so hard to pick. That's why I always just go with the trilogy, because it's really fucking hard for me to pick between one of those three. I think those might be the best films ever made. Do you brush your teeth regularly? Yes, I sure do. I even floss. The Fellowship would be my choice too for the Shire. Not just for the Shire for me, but for a lot of the traveling scenes, a lot of the combat scenes. The introduction of Gollum as a character, which actually only happens in the extended edition. I believe in the regular edition, you just kind of get the implication that Gollum is following them, but in the extended edition, you actually get to see a shot of him. I hate that I can't even try to reach out without accidentally getting a peek. What the fuck is this purgatory? I feel violated. Do what? What now? What are you going on about? We're all here for Phoebe's attention. We're all twins. How cute. I know, right? Look at you guys. Y'all are adorable. Truly. Leave it to the right wingers to spew hatred? Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, 100%. Please dye your hair green or purple so we can spot you faster. I think you should be able to spot me pretty quickly just based on the bangs and the loud shirt, you know? Rather spew hatred than pure evil. Hatred is evil. Hatred is just a form of evil. Okay, sorry, I had to respond to a text. It was from my mother. If your mother texts you, you have to respond. Don't censor me, and it's their first comment ever. Well, that's because a lot of conservatives have an oppression complex when it comes to this censorship crap. Every one of them thinks they're being censored, even though they are the censorious ones. They are the ones trying to constantly get in the way of other people's right to say what they want and to dress how they want and to do what they want as long as it's not hurting other people. They are constantly on the move to try and suppress other people's right to freedom of expression. But they are the first to cry about you doing that to them. And they will cry about it even in instances where it's obviously not happening. Yeah, like the stream. I haven't pimped it much this stream, but it really does help. Every single time you hit that like button is another chance to send the stream out to even more people, which increases the quality of your viewing pleasure by increasing the number of people that engage in the chat. So please consider doing so if you haven't done so already. You are not a woman, XXXY. I really don't have time to explain to you why you're so wrong. Just go look up chromosomal abnormalities and intersex conditions, and then go look up how those things interrelate to the transgender experience. You'll learn a lot. You really will. How can you get a job? I have a job. I don't need to go look for one. Carson is so fucking stupid that he thinks other people are unable to make a determination about what another person's gender is. So fucking self-righteous and pretentious that he thinks he needs to be the one to tell other people what my gender is. Like somebody elected him King Turd of Shit Mountain or something. Carson is an idiot. Don't be like Carson. My cat's named Phoebe. I've met a lot of people that have dogs named Phoebe, but you're the first person I met with a cat named Phoebe. I would rather be named after a cat than a dog, honestly. Not that a dog isn't fine. Dogs are cool. Dogs are chill. I'm just not a dog person. Brother, look at your life, man. Do you really think you're in a position to lecture anyone? Number one, I'm not your brother. I'm no one's brother. Number two, I'm not a man. And number three, look at my life. Okay. I'm in a state I've never been to attend a meetup that I've a meetup event that I've always wanted to go to that I've never been able to attend previously. I make money off of YouTube, not just a little bit, but multiple hundreds of dollars every month. I am in a pretty nice hotel room on the third floor with a pretty nice view. I mean, yeah. Was that a rhetorical question? Yes, I do. You have a menstrual cycle every month? Exactly. You a man. If that is all you reduce women to, then you are a bigger fucking misogynist than, like, frankly, if that is how you define women, then you are a bigger misogynist than Andrew Tate, or at least at the very same level. You have to be an incredible kind of misogynist to think that that is all there is to womanhood. All there is to womanhood is giving birth. All there is to womanhood is taking dick. That's not that's not womanhood. That is how cishet men, basically cisgender heterosexual men, and people who have been kind of led down the primrose path by them look at women, because that is the utilitarian view of a woman's body and of a woman in general. In the minds of a person like a far right conservative, somebody that has this hard, or at least somebody that's got this hard right conservative viewpoint on gender, there is no utility outside of biological function for a woman. So if you try to introduce the concept of somebody like me, a trans woman, to them, they balk at the very notion that such a thing could be possible, because to them, womanhood ends and begins at your ability to take cock and have a baby. I'm sorry, I think of womanhood as a more complex thing than that. Are you a full-time content creator? Have you seen War of the Rohirrim anime? Trans rights or human rights? Yes, trans rights or human rights. Thank you so much for the $5, or the £5, I think, €5 maybe. But yes, I am a full-time content creator. I don't spend quite as much time on it as I probably should, but my main job, like normally, is stay-at-home mom. So, this is just a rare opportunity for me where I'm like going away for a while. I'm staying in a hotel, and the circumstances allow me to stream a lot more than I normally would. So that's why and the drive up here too allowed me to do the same thing. So that's why I've been streaming so much recently. But normally I stream at night and during the daytime and at night on weekends. I've never eaten on stream, but you know what? I'm desperate to try these. They are crispy rice treats, cinnamon churro. So they're Rice Krispies, but they're cinnamon churro flavored. They don't look any different. Well, maybe a little. Ooh, they smell really good though. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty churro-like. That does very much taste like a churro. And I only bought one pack of them. Are you in a hotel? Yes, I am. I sure enough am. I sure enough is. You are not a woman? You don't get to make that determination, friend. By the way, just so you guys know, I have my Cash App in my channel description if anybody would like to donate directly. I also appreciate YouTube Super Chats, obviously, and it is the best way to make sure your comment or question gets read or answered. Because I didn't read every single one. As long as it doesn't violate TOS. I guess this was all I was going to grab. My jug of water. Wearing a blanket as a skirt? No, I'm wearing a blanket as a blanket, dumbass. It's cold in here. Of course, I guess now the glitch dash is gone, I could turn it up a little bit. Glitch dash likes the room cold. I like the room cool, but not this damn cold. Okay. Well, that should start heating up eventually. Oh. Why is it always the ugly ones or the ones that transition? Why is it always that chasers can't just come out and say that they're attracted to me? Why do they always have to couch it like they're hateful, weirded out, you know? Questions, they abound. Man, we're not going to have a fucking single interesting conversation tonight, are we? It's all just going to be this. It's all just going to be this, isn't it? I'm a woman, by the way, something you can't and never will be. I know you're jealous. You saying that I'm not a woman doesn't make that determination. I don't know why you thinking, like, I don't get why cis women think that them having a vagina makes them particularly qualified on gender studies. You know? Like, why? Like, my opinion is valid because of what's in my pants. I don't know. Sounds kind of sexist to me. Can you read music notation? No. No. Be sure to eat you a good supper before every party. Have fun. I'm just eating chili. Aw, Sherry. I can tell you're a mom. You're a mom, ain't you, Sherry? That's a very motherly thing to say. I will. I'll get something on my stomach for sure. But you don't want to go into it too loaded up. You want to go into it after having eaten like a couple of hours beforehand. No kids, one dog. Well, you've got the instincts, regardless. Why do Christians get to determine what gender is? Who the fuck declared Christians the arbiter of gender, BZ? Huh? You want to back that claim up real quick? Like, seriously. Dude, you're a man and you know it. I'm not a man. And I've known that since I was 5 years old. I'm actually the arbiter of gender? Okay, well, post. Since you're the arbiter of gender, what gender am I? The determination's already been made by science, by the dictionary. Am I by everything except your feelings? I don't even know what you're trying to say in that last sentence, but you can literally go look up the scientific. If you put so much trust in science and definitions, then literally go look up the term gender dysphoria. Go look up the term transgender. Go look up any of these terms that will help you learn about the trans experience and how, well, just how scientifically valid we are. It's not hard to learn about these things. It's literally at your fingertips. And there are some people that continue to cling to like ancient high school level notions of gender and sex as if everything is this narrow, like this narrow, determined at birth, black and white. You are naive, misinformed, read the Bible. That's not an argument, BZ. I'm sorry, that is not a fucking argument. You wrong, read the Bible. Not an argument. Sorry. Your brain isn't developed at 5. Right, which is why I don't think a kid would be transitioning at 5. But you know what didn't change? That 10 rolled around and I still wanted to dress in women's clothes, but still wasn't allowed to. 12 rolled around and I still wanted to engage in what I, perceived as women's hobbies, and except, like, with the exception of cooking and baking, pretty much wasn't allowed to. 15 rolled around, and then I started to be able to do more of whatever I wanted. And, like, I don't know. That, I guess, is really when it started, like, being more of a reality in my life that I could actually kind of play around with these ideas. But it didn't go away. And even when I became 20 and turned 21, still didn't go away. So finally, after years and years and years and years and years of fighting with it, I just came out as trans. And ever since then, I felt a lot better about myself. But man, you guys sure make, like, I will be honest, you guys make being trans a little annoying sometimes. Like, just like, and not even like, and I want to clarify, right? That, like, there was a time in America's history where being trans was actively dangerous. So I guess it's progress that it's merely annoying now. But I gotta say, you guys make shit really annoying. Because you see a trans person, it's the only thing you want to talk about. You're not interested in talking to them about anything else. You know what I need to do? I need to set up Treat Stream. Treat Stream, because I could be getting fucking Vietnamese food right now. But I don't have Treat Stream set up. No! Oh, I forget. It's a hotel bed. There's no under bed space for it to fall into. You are what you're assigned to birth? That's just objectively untrue, Zach. Sorry. I mean, most people are, but some people are not. That's reality, then you are misinformed as to reality. If you think that's reality, then you are literally misinformed as to the like actual nature of reality. I literally need you to look up, and anybody else that's misinformed or uninformed on this shit, I need you to look up Mayo Clinic transgender and just read up their whole fucking 19-page long write-up on trans people, on gender dysphoria and transgenderism as a concept, and trans women and trans men, various like the various terms used to describe trans people and the process of gender transition, sex reassignment surgery. You can read all about all these different things, literally. It has never been easier to educate oneself. Can I have answered on my question? Why are we beefing with Venezuela? Well, okay, do you want the State Department line or do you want the real truth? The State Department line is that there's a bunch of drug smugglers coming out of Venezuela, bringing all that coke to the U.S., and we gotta fight them. We gotta defeat them. You know what the real reason is? Because Venezuela is fucking full of oil. Venezuela got so much motherfucking oil in it, it ain't even funny. Yeah. Go look up. Tell you what, Casey, go look up the woman who most recently won the Nobel Peace Prize, and go look up her rhetoric when it comes to Venezuelan oil and the relationship she wants to have with the United States. They're saying it's about drugs right now because the U.S. military and U.S. presidential regimes that want to do these sorts of like extrajudicial, outside of Congress, illegal wars, they have to come up with a pretext that is not we're waging war to establish dominance in a region for the purposes of resource extraction. They can't do that. That is a PR nightmare. There are all kinds of people on the right and the left who hate it when America does that. So what they need instead is a pretext. In Afghanistan and Iraq, it was we have to get the terrorists. We have to get Al Qaeda. We have to get Osama bin Laden. But what actually happened? Halliburton and all these other big companies getting contracts in the Middle East for Middle Eastern oil and Afghanistani mineral rights. It's just a big honeypot for the richest people in America at the time. Venezuela is exactly the same way. We need a pretext to start launching missiles at Venezuela. We are trying to provoke Venezuela into an active all-out war, because if they start attacking us, well, that justifies all of our neoconservative fear-mongering about Venezuela, and now we can invade them to eliminate this threat against American democracy. Even though if you actually look at it, Venezuela is a tiny country, completely incapable of waging any real sustained conflict with America, even if we chose to not respond at all and merely chose to shoot their missiles and things like that out of the sky before they got to us and chose not to shed a single fucking bit of Venezuelan blood. They couldn't do anything to us. There's literally nothing they could do to us. Everything they could do to us is something that we could prepare against, and we could literally just fight a defensive war against them for however long it takes them to deplete their ammo reserves and never fire a single bullet at an actual Venezuelan. We could do that. If there was an actual threat from Venezuela, it's not there's no threat. There's no threat from a country a fucking 30th of our size that America cannot match and exceed. So the idea that we need to be like actively attacking them or launching some kind of attack against them, kind of bogus. What's up, GPS? What's up? What's up? What's up? And you're going to be one of those people that says, I don't want to go to war? Nobody wants to go to war. Do you think you want to go to war? Dude, if you do, then you had a way better experience of war than a lot of veterans did. I'm not a veteran, but I've heard many a veteran talk at length about the disgusting nature of war. So, I don't know. Third World War is not going to be fought with missiles. It's going to start with drone warfare. Well, the drones are going to be countered with missiles, though. So it's still going to be, like, there's going to be a transitionary period. We're already in that transitionary period. I mean, you're on the right track. I'm not trying to argue with you necessarily when it comes to that. But I think there's just going to be a transitionary period between we're actually fighting with drones and um, we're fighting with missiles and drones, and we're fighting just with missiles. I think we're past the missile stage and into the drones plus missile stage, and we're probably approaching the just mostly drones stage, but I don't think we're quite there yet. There's a few advancements that need to happen in technology before that's going to be entirely practical. What does Charlie Kirk's death have to do with algebra? I don't want to be rude, but I don't see the connection. I don't fucking see the connection either. It's cyber warfare, like what Russia is doing to America. What is? What is? Oh, you're saying the next step in warfare? Well, I'm saying the next step in warfare is going to be drones plus cyber warfare. It's going to be a combination of these different strategies. It's not going to be just one. Why do trans insist on dressing up and body mod if those things don't mean woman? Okay, you've actually asked an interesting question, right? So, not every trans person, number one, feels the need to dress in like particularly hardcore feminine or masculine way. And not every trans person feels the need to get every body modification associated with um, the transition process of the gender that they identify as, right? Um, just clarifying that. But aside from that, it has to do with satisfying our own internal gender dysphoria's call for those different modifications, right? So, like for somebody like me, I would eventually probably like to get what is it called? Um, Man, my aunt had one, and I can't think of what because she used to joke about it all the time, but I don't want to call it what she called it. But whatever, it was my fucking aunt, so I guess I get a pass. I would like probably get a boob job at some point. I know there's an official name for that surgery, but I cannot think of it for the fucking life of me. Um, I would probably get like one something I've thought about before is depending on like the state of the surgery. If I was a potential candidate for it, I would consider getting the vocal cord shaving thing because that in combination with voice training actually can change your voice in a pretty profound way, and sometimes you can still sing after a procedure like that, but I would want to make absolutely sure that I could still sing after that. That would be a necessity. Otherwise I'm iffy on sex reassignment surgery, and the reason for that is because while having a penis does bring me dysphoria, it's also not like it's not exactly a great bargain to lose dysphoria but gain sexual dissatisfaction if there's some complication in my procedure. And I just feel like the surgery at its current level might I don't know how to put it. I know that like for most trans people, it turns out just fine. Like it's not really a big deal. But I worry because I'm a worrywart, and I'm like, I'm gonna be the one girl that gets it, and then I don't have a functional pussy or a functional dick. And it's like, well, I can change almost everything else, and unless I know for sure that it's going to be successful, or it's like almost certain, then it's probably better to have a functional dick than a dysfunctional pussy. I don't know. That's just the math in my head, but nobody's saying that those aren't components of gender. Obviously, what you have like on the outside in terms of your body, and how you present and stuff like that are components of gender. But that's the also kind of the point that trans people are making, is that they're just components. They are components of gender. They are not the whole picture. How you dress is part of that. How you think about yourself is part of that. What hobbies you want to pursue is part of that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm trans. I cough the same way, for the record. I can't help it. I just get going and it's just not going to stop. My mom has a pretty, wild cough too, so that makes me feel better about it. Phoebe, you cough like a person who smokes. What the heck? I know, right? Isn't that wild? I can't imagine why. You listen to Psytrance? No. Sorry. I fucking hate it. Dude, I hate. Mm. I don't hate Psytrance. Sorry. I hate how my brain does with memories. That's all. Thanks for answering my questions. I wish you the best. Yeah. I love answering questions. That vape got that popcorn lung? Nah. Nah. No, I fucking hate what my brain does with, like, memories. That's all. I'm just asking. Psytrance ain't for everyone. I breathe Psytrance, but the culture is so fucking cis. Yeah, no, the reason I got all depressed for a second there is because I had a friend named Marceline who was really into Psytrance, like really into it, and she passed away a couple years back. And I miss her. And whenever I hear about Psytrance, it just makes me think about her. That's all. Shrooms fix that. I do need a good shroom trip. I'm not even joking. I do. Legitimately. I wish I had shrooms. God, I wish I had shrooms. But Phoebes, woman with pee-pee scary because naughty thoughts. No, I didn't think about that argument. You are right about that. Dude, y'all, I hope I get some Indian food while I'm up here. For real, for real. What is side trans? Huh? What? I don't know. Oh, side trans. What, dude? Motherfucker said, "What is side trans?" I'm sorry, I lost a friend like that too. Yeah. Man, fuck, now I can't stop thinking about Marceline. We need to talk about something else. And Clifton Bates get that tandoor? Oh? Tandoori? For real? You telling me I can get good Indian food out here? Out here? You tell me it's out here? My sister is gay. She is 73 and practices law still. Damn, that's awesome. Well, good for her still doing what she loves at 70 fucking 3. I hope it's what she loves. I hope she's not doing it at 73 because she got into some bad gambling debt back in the 80s or whatever. Oh, I have to keep on being a lawyer because I betted the house. You're a liberal hetero. That's valid. I think like you guys probably make up the bulk of the queer ally community, and we love you guys. On behalf of the faggots, we love you guys. Guys, you got a fused pussy under your balls. That's true. It is just a fused pussy. Why do you think it's so easy for them to do reconstructive surgery and turn a penis into a fucking pussy? The pocket's already there. I'm sure. I'm sure there's a tandoori place in North Chicago called Clifton Grill, and I always thought it referred to Clifton Grill. Really? Do what now? Right on, right on. I'm just fucking. I'm not even really hungry right this second, but I know that I'm in a place with really good food, and that makes me want it. The fact that it's out there makes me want it really bad. Dude, I got so many dirty looks at the fucking Dollar Tree. So I walked to the Dollar Tree earlier. It's been raining for like 4 fucking days here in the U.S. I don't know if it's been raining across the whole U.S. for 4 days, but it was raining all day fucking yesterday. It was raining all day the day before that. It was raining all day the day before that. Now, this was down in Mississippi for most of that, but even on the ride up here, it was raining the whole motherfucking goddamn time. And it ain't stopped raining yet, as far as I can tell. Well, we got to we got to the hotel, we got settled in. Glitch went to sleep, and I realized I didn't pack a razor, and I really needed to shave because body hair and facial hair is like a big driver of dysphoria for me. So I had to go get a fucking razor. I couldn't wait; needed to happen. I knew the longer I postponed it, the worse I was just gonna feel. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna wait." I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna fucking get my boots on and I'm just gonna walk down there. It's not raining that hard, so I'll be a little wet, but it'll be fine. I looked at the path, it looked like it was actually relatively short, and I was like, okay, that's not that long a walk actually. And so I started walking. Well, I get fucking like I'm outside for 10 minutes and it starts pouring. pouring, fucking pouring. And so, now I'm walking down the road, literally with like my hair dripping into my eyes and everything. My coat's getting soaked. I'm just like, it's just coming down. And finally, I make it to Dollar Tree. When I get in there, I must have looked so fucking homeless because I was like shuffling around in this fucking trench coat with my glasses in disrepair and all fogged up and wet. Eventually, I found the bathrooms, and eventually, I got some toilet paper to clean everything off with to the extent that I could, so I could see and breathe properly again. I hope I don't get sick. Um, but did that, got kind of warmed back up in the store, got what I needed, the razor and a couple of snacks for my troubles. Got a sweet tea. And then I got me a boba tea because those are really delicious. And there was a boba tea place on the way, like in the same strip mall as the Dollar Tree. There was a point to that story. There was somewhere I was going with it, but I don't remember what it was now. Cleaning yourself off with toilet paper when you're wet sounds so fun. Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was real good. Mm-hmm. Recommended experience to anybody. Ugh, yeah. No, razors. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, no, I got the razors though, but it was a fucking crazy fucking walk. It made more crazy by the fact that it just kept on raining and kept on raining and kept on raining. And it was supposed to be a 10-minute walk. If everything had been clear, that easily would have been like a 10-minute walk. It was really not that far. There was a couple of crossings that made it a little more difficult, but it really was not that far. But because of the fucking way, oh my god, just because of the way that I went in the first place and then the rain, it was a miserable ass walk. Literally on the way back, I held my trench coat up over my head like a fucking umbrella or something, or like a hood, just to shield my eyes and my glasses from it so I could continue to see and so that I wasn't getting overstimulated from all the water on my face. Ice rain, baby. Yeah. Rain sucks in the fall. It does. I'm such a little free spirit. Why am I a little free spirit? I am a little free spirit, though. Your logic is pretty flawed by what you said, but alrighty. What do you mean? What do you mean my logic's pretty flawed? Why don't you demonstrate how my logic is flawed rather than just telling me my logic is flawed? May Allah bless Phoebe and bring her great harvest. Yes. May Allah bless me. Allahu Akbar. Am I fucking retarded? Yeah. I'm dumb as shit. That's not even a fucking type C. I was like, what am I, stupid? Dude, I don't know if we can do the guitar goal tonight, y'all. I guess I could do quietness. I could do stuff that's quiet. Okay. There we go. You just said that men and women aren't friendly terms when you just also said you are a woman. Wait, what? I don't think I ever said that. Did I say that mods, did I say that? Did I say that men and women aren't friendly terms? I don't know. I think you might be misinterpreting. I don't remember saying that. Contradiction. I totally did, and I have it recorded. Well, I take it back. I don't know. I don't remember the context in which I said it. Well, I guess I'm just caught then, because I fucking don't. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. I ain't trying to portray myself like no kind of expert. I just invite people to have a conversation. Well, I just don't remember the context or what I was saying or anything like that. So it's just like, fucking hell, maybe I did say that. I don't fucking know. I'm sure I did if you say I did. That blanket, is that some kind of ethnic blanket? No, it's literally just a cheap Walmart comforter. Agree or disagree? The middle class could control everything, but following left or right relinquishes their power. Disagree, because the left is the one trying to empower the middle class. I think it's like if we're talking about the actual philosophical left. Obviously, when it comes to the Democratic Party, the Democratic Party is not trying to empower the middle class. But leftist politics are all about empowering the middle class. It's all about empowering those who work. It's all about empowering those who um, do cool things with what they do produce. It's all about empowering people to have families, empowering people to have homes that they can invest in. Like, I don't know. And that's that's kind of like the outcome ideal. Like that's the ideal outcome, I think, no matter what type of leftist system you're talking about. Obviously, there are going to be systemic differences in different leftist ideals for how we should achieve these things, but in general, we all want to see people able to have a home. And the people who are going to benefit the most from socialist policies and um, progressive policies when it comes to economics in general are going to be middle class people who already have decent paying jobs, might already own their home, who now don't have a mortgage to worry about, who now have a food stipend in addition to the money they already make in order to buy food with, and don't have to worry about inflation when it comes to the grocery prices because there are price controls set every year that are determined by the overall rate of inflation. Pretty simple stuff. This would all empower the middle class way more than it would empower anybody else. It's going to disempower the billionaires a little bit, and thank God for that. It's also going to empower the lower classes, but the people who are going to reap the most benefit will be the middle class. They don't have to worry about their healthcare insurance premiums anymore, because now we're using our taxes for better things than an endless military industrial complex. Well, good, Elgood. You're getting the fucking picture then. It is. Yeah, when it comes to fucking these left-right politicians, when it comes to the Democrats and the Republicans, every fucking thing they do and say is meant to be a distraction. Their entire job is to keep you from paying attention to the billionaire class. That's their entire job, is to translate the billionaire class's ideas and policies into something that works for the American people from a PR standpoint, and to deliver that to you in a way that tickles your funny bone. It's all meant to be a distraction from the real fucking theft that's afoot. I felt this way for years. Well, good. Good. You're right to feel this way. And that's not just me buttering your bread. That's me telling you. Let this be a sign, if you're looking for one, that you are not crazy. This is how it is. Democrats are trying to fucking poison the discourse just as much as Republicans are. These issues matter, but we are never, ever, ever going to get to the bottom of them as long as we are letting politicians, whose entire fucking job it is to distract and manipulate us. As long as we allow them to control the nature of the discourse and the direction of the conversation, we're never going to get anywhere on any of these things in which we have shared mutual interest. Okay, so I might be high, but I think adding chilies to coffee would slap, and maybe some chocolate like cocoa. Actually, that's not even you being high. That's actually um, like when the Aztecs were first discovered drinking hot cocoa. They were not. It was not hot necessarily because of the temperature. It was hot because of the addition of chilies. They had peppers. Um, I don't know if we know specifically what kind, but they had peppers that they would mix in with the cacao powder in order to make their hot chocolates. So yeah, it's actually a time-honored combination, and to this day, there are, um, you know, at least I'm pretty sure that there are places in Mexico that sell what is essentially Aztec coffee and like Aztec chocolate. Like chilies, like peppers. Yeah, chili. Yeah. You appreciate my what? My POC. I don't own any people of color. That's considered slavery. I find it personally pretty immoral. Oh, I was about to say, dude, if somebody's got a slave and they're helping you out right now, that's not, this, not me. Was that a horrible joke? Am I going to hell now? Am I going to hell now? I'm probably going to hell now. I'm getting canceled. That's the joke that does it. Bye bye, internet. We are in hell. You're right. You're right, Kitty. Who am I kidding? We're in hell. Dude, it's here. It's in front of our eyeballs. It's right in front of our eyes. Dude, my fucking. Oh my god. What the fuck, bro? My fucking shirt is still wet. still wet, dude. What in the name of Christ? I don't even know what to do with that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna fucking. Fuck, I guess I'm just gonna hang it up. Man, but I do not want to get good Josh's clothes smelling like mildew, so I'm not gonna hang it up over there. I refuse. I'll hang it up over here. It'll work. That'll work. Sorry, y'all. Gotta do some housekeeping stuff real quick. Sorry, y'all. I got distracted. I did. Hey, did he have a good night / day? Enjoy the meetup? Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. 100%, my man. 100%. Oh, I forgot I have pudding. And those I have pudding. I has pudding. I can put it in the windowsill, these bastards. Whatever, it's probably cooler than it would be just sitting over there. So, whatever. Whatever, Mom. Whatever. You're terrible. Why are you terrible? I'm such a fat ass, dude. I want ethnic food really bad. I want it real bad. Real bad. No reason, Granny. Nah, there's some shit I never believed. When the grandkid tells you nothing's wrong, nothing's going on. Mm-hmm. There was nothing going on. You tell me about it. Dude, I'm a mom. I know how this shit works. I know how this shit goes, my friend. Look at my comments from earlier. Okay. All right. What mischief did you get up to? Hold on. Let's see. I just want a can of coffee. Fair enough. What if you really try to become a professional walkout, endorse those you dislike? The trolls will swarm them. Because in order for me to do that, I would have to grift like I was a fucking right winger. Like if I was going to set my trolls on Steven Crowder and shit like that, I would have to grift like I was a right winger, which would ingratiate me to the people who are currently trolling me. So, dude, I ain't trying to become a professional walkout. I do not mind if I end up being put in a similar position as some walkouts. Like the definition of walkout has changed a lot, right? From when I was a teenager, right? So when I was a teenager, walkout had a very specific definition, and it meant somebody who I'll go back to the rest of your comments in just a minute, but for now, just to respond to the walkout thing. When I was a teenager and first started learning about walkouts, it meant somebody who is completely incapable of altering their situation, who is milked for laughs constantly. Those two elements were most critical. And there was a third element that I kind of think was kind of unsaid, but that was also critical, which was you're not receiving any benefit. In fact, it's detracting from your life to be involved in these things. But a lot of the people that people point out as lolcows nowadays are people like Boogie2988, who has monetized being a lolcow. He's a professional lolcow, like you just said. Literally, that's what he does for a living. He rubs himself all fucking up with gravy and screams online for a living. He's basically doing the Francis bit live for Keemstar. And that's his job. But he makes immense amounts of money and he's self-aware. But he's called a lolcow. Now, to me, that's strange. To me, Boogie2988 is a fucked up motherfucker that I think fills a very similar niche as lolcows. But I think there needs to be a new term. Or we need a new term for the old definition of a lolcow. Because I think the old definition of a lolcow is the type of person you should honestly just leave alone unless you're going to be nice to them. People like Christian or Cyrax, you shouldn't be fucking with Cyrax. You shouldn't be fucking with Christian. These are clearly, there's something wrong up there. There's something completely dysfunctional going on in their psychology, and in my opinion, that makes it kind of unethical to fuck with them. But when it comes to somebody like Boogie, there are no ethical considerations when it comes to fucking with Boogie 2988. The very idea if it defies logic. He's like a successful Brett Keane, and the same is true of Darkside Phil. People call him a lolcow, but I don't know. He keeps raking in the money. Same thing with Review Tech USA. People call him a lolcow, but I don't know. He keeps raking in the money. Anyway, now that I responded to that comment, I'll look at the other ones. Bro's lit. His eyes are glossed up. I'm not a he. Stop calling me a he. That's mean. Someone paid for a delivery to this man's hotel. Guitar Dominoes. It is a time. Dude, please. Please. I'll order it right now, and I'll wait on stream. I'm not even kidding. What if I started a stream that was just... I can't do it. Nope. Well, but what if I did, right? What if I started a stream that was just titled E-begging for Dominoes? Or E-begging for pizza. I'm in the fucking Northeast. I'm in New Jersey. I'm not going to get fucking Dominoes, but yeah. Rose shuffling from the high. You're like a little woman. I'm gonna start calling him Granny. Where did Granny put her prescription? At least you're gendering me correctly now. You know what? I like that you're calling me Granny, Jester. I like that. You keep on calling me Granny. Ban Jester if he calls me anything but Granny. I'm Granny to Jester now. I do shuffle around like a little old lady. That was the most like gender euphoria inducing thing ever. That was like affirming as fuck. I personally don't care what we call people who rub themselves in gravy. Oh shit. Anyone else heard about or seen the Greasy Strangler? Brett Keane? You're talking about Keane? I won't call you Granny for the gender thing. I think it's nonsense. You just look like a granny. Yeah, see, Jester, you can't just be cool about it. Lame. Granny disapproves. You will not be getting chocolate milk with the rest of the grandkids tonight. I knew I was gonna make you crack up tonight. Well, Post, I tell you what, you are a clever you're a clever son of a bitch. That's all I can say. You're quick, and I like that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start another stream. Because these streams seem to do better when I kind of break them up into 2-hour chunks. So I'm gonna start another one. Come find me on that one. Hell yeah.